Welcome back to Ace of Sekai. We're back together today to talk about One Piece episode 1096, A Forbidden Kingdom, a history, a theory concerning a kingdom. I feel like I messed up the title. A forbidden piece of history, a theory concerning a kingdom. That's what I said, right? I don't know. Whatever it is, let's get it started. Let's talk about it. Amy, you do not know what's happening, what's coming. You didn't like the last episode as much as we did. So, what about this week?
It was better than last week. We got some background on what is that? What is it called? Egg Island.
Egghead Island.
Egghead Island.
Yeah.
And they spoke about why Robin's island got destroyed, and the chief archaeologist who kind of got everybody fucked up because he couldn't keep his mouth fucking shut like a dumbass, even though he was arrested 10 times. We
love that everybody's a pirate. I love that everybody was a pirate. We
saw Dr. Vegapunk, finally, the old man. We saw Bonnie getting pissed off, but I think they flew off before she could even say anything. And then we got some explanation of what happened with the original island. It's completely disappeared. And then we saw, like, what's her name? Usopp freaking out. Robin pretty much crying about the whole situation. We got some history, and then we also got to see Dragon in the flashback, how he might be connected with everything. Definitely better than the last week's episode. And I think we also found the fact that these archaeologists wanted to save the books over saving themselves. When Buster Call happened, they didn't even think about like saving themselves. And they also mentioned that these soldiers didn't even know what they had in hand. Even if they stole the books, they wouldn't have done anything about it. And I think that's where Dragon kind of comes in, and he probably took the books because Vegapunk couldn't take him. And I think we saw that in the preview for next week's episode. We saw Luffy and our boy Chopper trying to get the robot to get started. Right, that was funny as shit.
I love those ones. That's what I love being a One Piece fan. Absolutely love being a One Piece fan.
Their comedy is like good, and the fact that they were trying everything, naming it, job on top, just trying to get it started. And then something happened when the Vegapunk teleported. And I actually thought the robot started, but I don't think it started. I think it was just Vegapunk's teleportation.
Yeah, I think it was Vegapunk. Yeah.
I think we're getting to the meat of the story, but the whole idea of this episode was that there was an island which could have been ahead of its time. And then it got destroyed. It was destroyed by the 7. How many kingdoms? 20 kingdoms.
20 kingdoms.
20 kingdoms that got together, and that's how the world government was formed. I think they also spoke about that. And then if you talk about this fucking island, they completely destroy you. They don't even want to fucking hear anything.
What did you think of that whole pixel animation for that 20 kingdom attacking the Asian kingdom? I was like, what the fuck?
I think they could have done a better job explaining it, but I think they have to have some motive of doing something so basic, right?
For a second, I was like, Game of Thrones made Legoland? What?
You're mad blurry, bro. Why the fuck are you so blurry?
Is the camera's gonna go in and out of focus? Just come back. Don't worry, keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, the way they just they had like 20 crowns, and they had like one kingdom, and the crowns fought the kingdoms, and there was 20 kingdoms that won, and that those 20 kingdoms formed the world government. We got some background about what the fuck happened, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's better than last week's episode, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Go ahead, guys. You go ahead.
I'm waiting. Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. You made me forget what I was gonna.
I pretty much gave you everything, bro.
You did. No, I liked it. Finally getting like Robin's more positive background of it. Her family's work is still alive and kicking. I think that was a good find. But I just had one question for you, Ami. Like, this episode was better than the last episode. So are you saying Robin's history is better than Robin's outfit?
They're both nice.
I mean, he got best of both worlds. He got best of both worlds.
So what you,
We kind of got like a combination of things, right? We got Robin in her
It was a
outfit,
great story.
and
It was a great
we
story.
got her background. So it's a
yes.
combination.
Yeah. But like in terms of difference between like the manga and the show, I don't think the manga went like this one felt a lot more
No,
foreshadowy.
it gave a lot of
Like
information. I
yeah,
remember the question
foreshadowy
information.
and also like yeah, like it seems to like hint stuff. And I don't like even us as a manga reader. I don't know that we haven't been given the answer, but watching the show, maybe an episode was like, are they telling us this? Like, is this little because knowing what happens, like it's a clear foreshadowing. Like there was in the manga, there is no Chopper and Luffy having so much
It's so much
emphasis
fun.
on
Yeah, yeah,
trying,
yeah.
yeah,
Foreshadowing
turning
of
on the
what?
machine.
Foreshadowing
Well,
of what?
it looks like this whole idea of them trying to turn on the robot, like it's not in the manga. Like there's a huge emphasis here that is happening that it was not in the manga. So I was
The
very
whole
curious about that.
the whole moment they
Um,
have with the robot and naming it and stuff.
yeah, and another
Like
thing
trying
that
to activate it.
is, yeah, I'm curious as a manga reader is the whole Ohara flashback is also much more in depth, right? And it goes about a point where Professor Clover is like the Asian kingdom is, and he gets shot. Like it's
I remember
fascinating
that
because
moment.
What did he say when he got shot?
He didn't name
so
it.
the name
He was about
of
to
the
name it,
ancient
and then he got
kingdom
shot.
is, and he got shot, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of this critical information that we've been waiting to hear for a very long time, and manga readers will tell you we don't know the answer to this either. But watching this episode, it's like, is this the information that we're gonna get? Like, so it was fascinating watching it. Like, it kind of, I don't know, the animator took liberty to write this episode, or was it more aligned with what the messaging
I
that
mean,
they wanted?
he gotta get it approved though. He gotta get approved from
Right,
the director. That's his
right.
that's his
So like,
quota. I'm pretty sure.
right, but there's always this like drama with the hockey power, how it's presented. Sometimes it looks like hockey, but it's not really hockey. Like, so I was very curious because there's those two key points where it's much stronger than what it was in the manga, because I think the robot shows up, Luffy and Chopper like really excited about it, but I don't remember any emphasis of them trying to turn it on. And I do remember like the backstory, but I don't remember them going so deep about focusing on that part of it. So I found that very interesting. I was watching. It felt very different than when I was reading the manga. In both, I don't know which one's better, but I did find that interesting.
Okay. Well, you felt the same way?
My favorite part of the episode, besides the Chopper and Luffy,
Robo King.
is when Shaka tells the Straw Hats that whoever knows this information has not survived, and Usopp's bitch ass is crying on the floor.
You're like, forget it. Let me forget it. Let me forget it.
Yeah, the whole crew is panicking except Robin. Robin's like, yeah, I've been kind of been chased my whole
Oh
life.
no! And then I also
Surprised
love
they're
when
like
Robin was.
lead. That's what I'm surprised about. They're pirates, and he's one of the Yonkos, and they're already hunted by the
Yeah,
government. So what's there to be afraid of?
nothing.
But Usopp's a bitch. We
But
know
it
this.
wasn't just Usopp though. It was Sanji was the
You're right.
same
I
way.
noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we
Uh,
established last
What
episode.
is
We established last podcast episode that Sanji's a bitch. So continuing with that
I feel
trend,
like the emphasis was that at the moment they are, yes, they're government enemy number one or number two, number three, whatever the fuck it is, but they're still enemy number three or four. With this information, it bumps them up where the world government is going to be up your ass trying to take you
well, I
down.
mean, isn't this Asian kingdom related to Luffy anyway? So like, how does the information change
What
anything,
kingdom
right?
related
what do
Like,
you
to
mean?
Luffy? Egghead Kingdom?
no, I mean the Asian kingdom, the 100-year voice century is probably related to Nika, right,
We haven't
or
heard
the
it.
Joy
We
Boy.
don't know anything about it.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, no, we don't know. But what I'm saying is like,
no.
as a
But
straw hat, like,
technically we do because Joy Boy existed 800 years ago?
See,
I think
people,
no during the Boy Century, right?
Whatever
you,
that
you
shit is.
guys are given information that people are not even aware of. So maybe
No,
I
there's
had
eight.
no idea Joy
There's
Boy
no.
had anything to do with this shit.
No. I'm telling you, it was mentioned.
Yeah, I think it's
No,
mentioned.
Was
no, it wasn't.
Boy. I'm telling you, that was.
No, it
Century.
wasn't. Not this episode. There was no mention of Joy Boy. There
Not
was
in
no.
this episode. Not in this episode.
No,
This is
no,
knowledge that
not
people
this.
know about it. Not this episode, bro. This is knowledge that was already mentioned in the anime, in the manga, many times already. I'm not saying this particular episode.
You guys,
But
That's
no, remember the Wano fight when he becomes Gear 5 and the Gorosei is talking about the Nika Nika fruit. It's the most ridiculous power.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm reading it. The One Piece mention of anything related to Void Century came in Alabasta Saga when Nikarabi
Right.
introduced. And that's when they
Yeah.
learned about the ancient weapons, Pluton, one of the ancient weapons. The fans also learned more about it in the Wano arc.
But not
Right.
not Joy Boy. They don't mention Joy Boy and Void.
Joy Boy was mentioned throughout everything.
But
the legend of
no,
Joy Boy.
yeah, and Skypia was mentioned a little bit. But I think my point is like the whole Gorosei mentioned, right? In Wano. Like this is a secret they wanted to keep. So like the narrative of like Straw Hat's condition because they
the
know
fruit has been
it,
avoiding us for
yeah.
centuries.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, for Straw Hats the stake hasn't really changed because it's one thing to know the history and another thing is like you are the
Part of
target
it.
of that history, right? Like you are the problem in the history. So you're probably 10 times worse than just knowing the history, right? So
I think that's a problem for them because one is everyone wants Robin. She's highly valuable. And then now you got the Joy Boy cat, who's like, so it's like it's like a double whammy that people are after them.
So, chapter 628. It was believed that Joy Boy would return around 800 years after the Void Century. So it's more than 800 years.
It's more than 100. It's basically during the 100
Chapter 628 when Nico Robin reads off one of the poneglyphs in the sea forest. So
that's the Zo, right? Zo.
Yeah.
When they're in Zo.
Okay. What do you rate this episode overall?
Oh, I mean, I loved it. I love One Piece. I just love Straw Hats being themselves. The Luffy Chopper, the Usopp being a bitch, and then when Robin crying, them getting all defensive about her, like you made her cry, and they all became in attack mode. I love it. Like as a One Piece fan, it's right now on IMDb rated at 8.7. Yes, agreed. Like it's that.
Didn't you give 10 last week?
No, did I give 10 for that episode?
You gave a pretty high number because you guys were
I
really.
agree. Then I agree with both.
Both of you gave like a very high number because you were like, "Fuck, this is something that
8.7 high, 9, sure."
Yeah, but you can't have like numbers that you're not sure of, right? So.
10.
What about you, Moto?
Oof. I would say, as a manga reader, I actually did enjoy this change, the emphasize. So I'll go with 9 out of 10.
Jesus, I was thinking 6 out of 10.
Yeah, we know it. We're One Piece fanatics. Everything about One Piece, it just makes me happy just watching it.
It makes me happy, but I'm looking for that battle. Like I said last week, I need that something to like.
Yeah, you won't see that.
I'm a One Piece addict. I just need a little bit of new junk, and once I get it, and it's enough, it satisfies me. So I'm good for this week. So 10 for me.
I mean, Luffy getting excited about Robot is always my funny. Like
anything
One Piece
with Robot
moment.
makes
like,
me happy.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy. And then Jimmy is like, "You don't get it. This is their dream," and I'm just like, "Yes, it is their dream."
It's gonna be it's gonna be a foreshadow, right? Like Frankie has to do this whole Power Ranger Gundam robot combination. That's like really cool, right?
Frankie's a psychopath.
It has to happen, right? Like it's like that's
so,
gotta be.
But can we acknowledge that Frankie is a psychopath? Because when Shaka was saying that you all are gonna fucking die, Frankie's like super.
Yeah, he was happy. I mean, that's why you don't have Zoro and Luffy there, right? Because if those two were there, they were like, yes.
I think this arc, the way I'm looking at it, it has to do a lot with Frankie, right? Because I'm thinking that
should
after
have
this
a
arc,
lot.
Frankie has to level up. Like, and I mean level up in a big fucking way. This is where he should shine. This is where he like. I love Dr. Vegapunk. You know, I am hoping that after this arc we see like a new form of Frankie where he knows a lot more than what he knows now. Because now you're meeting the smartest fucking man in the world. They
Yeah.
call it what? The smartest brain in the world.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something.
Smartest
After
brain in
this
the world. Yeah.
season, Frankie has to level the fuck up. He just has to level up. Otherwise, I would be very disappointed in the way in the direction that they're heading with Frankie.
I'm hoping like the whole Straw Hat
Frankie specifically, I
powers up,
understand the rest of him because
but
but this is robotic and futuristic, which is Frankie.
also Robin too, right? Because there's a lot of tie-in with her backstory too.
Yeah,
So it would,
George
yeah, it would be great to
Wendt,
see.
right? But this
Yeah.
is Frankie's shit. This is all Frankie. Like everywhere you look, futuristic. This is what he does. He better level the
Yeah,
fuck up after this one.
yeah. So that's what I say. Like I want to see the whole robot come together. Like the whole, like it was shadowed in the what do you call it? Mermaids, not the mermaids, but the what do you fuck? Why am I forgetting the name? Under Saboti.
You got the Amish disease.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Ah, forget it. It'll come back to you. But
All right.
go ahead. End it.
I'm just gonna end it and just say, I
9 out of 10.
hope whatever you said comes true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spoil anything,
That's why the squinting.
so I'm gonna keep it in. Keep it in. Unlike you, I want you to find out and not ruin it for yourself. Um, Overall, I think you're in for a ride. This arc is from a manga reader. Something special.
Let's
Something
go.
special. Something special. That's all I can say. But
It's very chaotic.
it's incredible. Anyways, have you checked that 1096? Yes, 1096. Make sure you comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your future plans. Are you also excited to see Frankie power up? Maybe Robin. Let's see. Who knows? Some people do, some people don't. Whatever it is. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. One Piece 1097.
Fishman, what the fuck? Fishman Island.
Peace.
Sorry.
Peace.
Peace. Fucking guy ruining it.